Good evening, everybody, from Brady Street Stadium on a Saturday night. MAC Conference football brings together the 2-2 Assumption Knights and the 0-5 Central Blue Devils. And we're about ready for the kickoff here at Brady Street. Our game tonight being brought to you by Independent Insurance Services Incorporated, 1519 East Locust, phone 383-5559. And this is Cox Cable Channel 38 Family Ties. Cy Robinson here along with Jess Medina, our cameraman, and the very absent Jim Meenan, who will be along after a bit. The Nick Ide is lined up on the kickoff team, ready to go, and we're ready here. Kickoff is back to the Assumption 14. Returned by Grant Pullman, and he brings it back up to about the 30-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10. Assumption Knights on their own 30-yard line. Assumption again bringing a 2-2 record in tonight, and going against Central 0-5. Central's played some people very tough, though, last week, losing a very close 14-12 game to Davenport West. Assumption losing a very close game to Bettendorf 10-9. So. And this is Lee Russell up the middle for Assumption for not much of a gain. Starting quarterbacking tonight for the Assumption Knights is Kevin Collins, number 10. Usually see Tony Holland in that position. Collins brings them up again to the line of scrimmage. A double wing formation, and we're going to have a penalty on the play. And we're going to have offsides Davenport Central, so that's going to bring up about a 2nd and 5 for the Knights. Little antsiness, I think, by one of the Central defensive linemen. And 2nd and about 4, let's say. Motion by Pullman. Collins rolls the pass, got a wide open receiver out of the 40-yard line, and he'll take the ball up to about the 47-yard line, and the pass was caught by Pat Bush, number 6, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Nice play by Collins, nice pass, wide open receiver over there was Bush. And defending on the play was the cornerback for Davenport Central, Nick Ide, I believe, number 21. 1st and 10, Assumption. Little reverse play. It's going to be about a 2-yard loss. Carrying the ball for Assumption was, looked like number 5, Joe Bitterman. And joining us tonight is Jim Meenan. He's just a little bit late, but he's been over to Galesburg football game today, and he's all ready to go. Welcome, Jim.
Thanks, Coach. The game got over about 5 o'clock, and I had to write it up, so thanks for holding the fort for me. That field looks a little worn out since the last time I was over here a couple weeks ago when it was raining.
We're just thankful it's not raining tonight.
Right.
Last time we worked together it was, that's for sure. Lee Russell is stormed under. Dyson Migo in there on a tackle, along with looked like maybe number 78, John Holland.
So it'll be third
Josh
down
Vance
and
also.
3rd down and 12 here,
Yep.
right at the 47. Assumption zone 47. What Assumption comes in here with a
2-2 record
in the
Jim.
MAC.
Mm-hmm.
Davenport Central coming in at back to pass. Quarterback for the Knights looking downfield, rolling right. This one, he's got a man. I think it's out of bounds.
Came down with only 1 foot in, Jim. I believe he has to have 2 in. A nice passing by Collins there, and a nice reception by
I think it was number 1, Tom Mathis. Let's see.
Is it 1? Yeah, it was Mathis. Good eyes by you already tonight. Out of bounds, though, so that's going to bring up a punting situation. Tony Holland back to kick. Knights.
Back to receive for Central.
Looks like John Lee, I believe, number 30.
John Lee,
single receiver back.
Standing at his own 25-yard line. A healthy kick. Lee takes it at the 20.
Oops, there's
some running room, eludes one defender, and now we got a clip though right back, so it's going to be coming back an 11-yard return, but instead Davenport Central is going to take over somewhere inside its own 20.
Pretty obvious. He really didn't hit him in the back with his body, but he just kind of gave him a two-handed shove, and that's Marvin Mallory, and he got caught. So that's going to be 15 from that spot. That's going to take it back to near, what, about the 6-yard line probably.
Or half the distance, maybe 10 or 11. Looks like they're going to mark it just short of the 12-yard line. So Davenport Central will get its first crack at the ball. I saw the teams running out through the signs and everything as I was pulling in. Amazingly,
you were helpless to get up here on time.
It was like there was a spot saved for me, I think, by Jess's place. I was amazed.
He put a sign out for you.
Right.
Joe Straley under center, and the Central Blue Devils turn for a little offensive effort. Mallory in motion, and we're going to have a penalty on this play. Yep, illegal procedure on the Blue Devils.
Assumption has held its opponents to 61 points in MAC conference play. Last week, Assumption, tough loss to Burlington.
It really was.
Bettendorf, I'm sorry, 10-9.
That was the last field goal in the last few seconds, I think.
There's been some great games in this conference this year. There's no doubt about that.
All right, Central will try it again then from their own 6-yard line.
Hands off, Straley, hands off. Big number 38.
This is Dyson Michael, number 32, I believe, isn't it?
Yes, Dyson Michael. Dyson Miguel, 6'1", 210-pound senior. Picks up about 2 yards.
Pretty good hole off the left tackle that time. Number 77 for Central, Saul McMeekin, one of the offensive tackles.
Number 4.
Breaking him out of the huddle, Mark Schnorr, the center.
Aaron Shanks goes out wide to the right, number 4, one back behind the quarterback. What's that? How do you pronounce that name again, Coach?
Which one's that?
The quarterback.
That is Straley.
Yep. Meanwhile, making a nice run with the ball for a first
John Lee,
down.
number 30.
John Lee.
Just a little counter trap action, and excellent trap block by looked like the right guard for Central. I'm going to get his number for a second. We'll set these offensive linemen for you. Nice trap block coming across.
John Lee, 6'1", 190-pound senior, one of the halfbacks for the Blue Devils. Dyson Miguel, a fullback, he's 6'1", 210 and a senior.
Number 64 is Greenwood on the trap I just spoke about.
Man in motion. Straley instead hands off to Miguel, and he gets maybe back to the line of the scrimmage if he's lucky.
Yeah, Pat Bush on the tackle. He was right in. Nobody looked like nobody blocked him. He was right in the hole. I'm sorry, that was Corey Luden on the tackle, number 2. We had last game Thursday, the players get sweaty out there and the dirt starts sticking to the numbers, and we still have trouble reading them. So
wow. That field is taking a beating, and that downpour we were at for a couple of weeks ago, which went on for about more than half the game, I think has contributed a lot to it, but it gets an incredible amount of use.
Ooh.
Miguel gets out about 3 yards on that one, and so it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, pronounced Michael. Yeah, Michael. We'll get that down for the night.
I didn't have no excuse. Michael. Michael Jackson. But anyway.
There you go.
Dyson Michael. Heading out wide to the right. Jeremy Mao. One back behind the quarterback, Straley, man in motion. Going to give it to the first man through. Michael, I believe, is the carrier, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards out to the 30-yard line. Dyson Miguel.
Looks like Central quarterback is doing a little reading, and he's going to give it off if the hole is there. If he's not, he's going to keep the ball and run the option. So a little wishbone type offense here, only from a double slot set. Punt formation, though. John Lee back to punt.
Standing his own 36 to receive for Assumption. Let's see if we get that number here.
That's Joe Bitterman, number 5.
Joe Bitterman
coming,
takes it on the run and is tackled. Nice.
Number 82, I think, Jim. 88, excuse me. Number 88 for Central is Aaron Scherer, I believe.
Yeah, Aaron Scherer on the tackle. Kind of grabbed him there just on the neck and the pad up there and was able to hold on and bring him down after just a couple-yard return to the 39-yard line. So we're scoreless here at Brady Street Stadium.
So far,
almost sodless.
Yeah. So far, a congenial game.
The Knights in the double wing there give to number 32 into the line, and he's not going to get anything for Assumption.
That's Grant Pullman.
Grant Pullman.
Yep.
I remember watching him last year. Nothing on that play.
Little counter action again to Pullman. Nothing there, though. Good D by the right side of the Central defense. Big Eric Hike, number 79 in there.
Joe Bitterman checks in with a play for the Knights. Busy day of football
really,
at all levels.
Really busy. Some of us got to play golf, though. Sorry about that, Jim.
Good for you. It was a great day for that, I'm sure. A little windy, but
oh,
give the first man through, and he's tripped
Russell.
up, lost a yard.
I'll tell you, Assumption's not a real big team. Central has a real advantage. Their defensive line is just borderline huge, with Hike is 6'8", going about 270 probably. Martell Howard, number 82, is going out right now, but he's 6'8", goes about 250. Now they bring in number 78, Holland. He's 240. So they got some size across the front.
Terry Furlong over the ball at center. Collins on the run on the right side. He's got some running room. He's got some quick feet and a first down.
I think they're going to get a call here. I think they're going to get a face mask call here, and I don't agree with that call right there because the defender had his arm wrapped clear around the head. But anyway, they called it, and they're going to get a 15 tacked onto that long run right there.
Actually, it was Kevin Collins on the run.
Right.
Boy, and he was very quick getting out there. Nice job on that play. I tell you, Coach, I got to ask you, what was it like when you walked onto a field like this where you're fearful of your players getting hurt with all that dirt out there?
You truly are, and I think all the coaches worry about that, too. I was here last night for the Burlington West game, and just every series of downs, somebody was down. I mean, they got back up. Nobody was seriously hurt, but that ground is hard out there.
Lee Russell, the lone back, behind Collins, who's rolling left, looking downfield.
Wide open.
And he dropped the ball at the 8-yard line.
John Schrader, number 84, Jim, the Y back for Assumption, and he's gonna be talking to himself a little bit over that. Probably should have caught the ball, but it was a little bit low and outside, but pretty well thrown ball. Collins was pressured by looked like the nose guard, maybe number 70, Josh Vance. I'm not sure, but
looks like we got a penalty. John Schrader, an inviting target. He definitely, like you say, it was low, but he had both hands on it, so he had a chance to haul it in.
And I'm sure he would tell you that he should have had it. So
is that offensive pass interference?
I didn't see the signal given there. That's his offensive pass interference and loss of down also. So it's going to be second and what, 25 at least.
Yes. At the Central 47-yard line, just inside the 47. Collins
reverse. Here's
reverse. Pullman with some running room, dancing, and almost brought down, and he picks up about 15 on the play to make it 3rd and 10.
Nice job. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, got away from that. He was hit 5 yards downfield, got away from that, and finally brought down by number 33 from Central. 33, was it?
Not sure, Coach. Grant Pullman with a nice run there, though.
I'm not sure now of the number it was. It might have been number 43, Kevin Peterson. the safety.
So we got a man in motion, back to pass. Kevin Collins looking downfield on the right side, going deep. Tries to find Pullman, and everybody goes for it. Nobody gets it.
Well covered down there. Marvin Mallory, number 1 on the coverage. Number 84, excuse me, Jeremy Mao on the coverage. Good pass coverage down there.
So it'll be 4th down and 10 yards to go from the Davenport Central 32, and it looks like Assumption's going to punt the ball. Although if you're Central, you got to be wondering if they will or won't. However, it is 10 yards to go for a first down, and indeed they are going to boot it. A nice high kick. He just wants it to get somewhere near the 10, and he's going to get a bounce right to and inside the 10, a generous bounce of about 8 or 9 yards.
Pretty well done, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Kicked it straight up, hoping that it'd get a little bit of roll out of it, and did. And
got that AstroTurf bounce, and some would say it is AstroTurf down there, or as hard as AstroTurf.
It'd be softer if it were AstroTurf,
yeah,
I believe.
Right.
Well, on the exchange of punts, Assumption is gaining a little bit of ground through that, but other than that, nobody seems to be able to move the football.
I formation this time for Davenport Central. Straley gives off to the first man through. He might have lost a yard. We'll see where they spot it. Likely back to the line of scrimmage.
That was Michael again on the carry, Jim, and excuse me, that was number 22, I believe, Brian Mitchell on the carry.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
Brian
stopped
Mitchell.
by Nick Gary, number 34.
But illegal procedure on Central, so
not exactly a penalty-free game so far.
No, a few more like this in the sophomore game, I'd have been here on time. I had an excuse, fans. I was covering another game.
There you go.
And I feel a little bit bad about not being up on some of these names like I should be, as coach gives me the greatest preparation sheet in the world. It is a good sheet, though. I formation for Davenport Central. Now they're backed up.
Yeah, penalty was declined.
I'm sorry. They're still backed up, though, at the 6. Back to pass. Straley got a man open. Intercepted by Assumption.
Picked off.
He may go all the way. Let's see. Stopped at about the 10.
Joe Bitterman, Jim. Joe Bitterman was right in position for that and picked it off and returned it down to what? About the 12-yard line of Central. So that's pretty costly turnover for the Blue Devils.
Bitterman did a great job of reading that play and staying patient and waiting for the toss to get in the air.
Certainly did.
Momentarily, the man was open for Central, but as you said, Bitterman, he knew what he was doing laying back there.
Brian Mitchell came up and made the tackle for the Blue Devils.
Double wing for Assumption. They're going to give it to Pullman, or is that Bitterman?
I believe that's Pat Bush, number 6.
Pat Bush make it.
Yep. One of the
6-yard line. Well, let's make it.
Michael on the tackle. Central or Assumption can get a first down here if they take the ball down to about the 2. We got a 2nd and 4.
Furlong leads out the Knights. I got to believe he's the son of the former St. Ambrose coach who now assists over at Augustana, John Furlong.
Good play by Greenwood from Central, the defensive end.
They bobbled up Bitterman.
Scott Greenwood coming from his defensive end position. And
loss of about 2 yards back to the 8, maybe the 7.
That helps Central a little bit.
3rd down here with the rollouts we've seen so far in this game from the Assumption quarterback. I've got to think there's a good shot we'll see one here.
Yeah, you'd expect him. He's got awfully quick feet.
Timeout Central.
Well, we got a timeout called here, Jim, so we'll take a well-deserved break. Well, we got a 3rd and about 6 for the first down. We'll see what Mark Kazmarek, Coach Kazmarek, comes up with right here, Jim.
Lee Russell, the lone back behind.
Oh, the halfback pass. Oh, beautiful. Very
touchdown,
nice.
Assumption.
Very nice. A touchdown pass, halfback pass to Grant Pullman from number 6, Pat Bush. So a little trickery right there, but beautifully done, I thought.
Well executed indeed. Of course, they had that play somewhat set up with the successful rollouts that Kevin Collins had earlier.
Yep. Collins just pitched the ball like they were going to run it, and Bush threw the ball to Pullman at about the 2, and he went right in.
Chris Willis set for the PAT kick. Ball's down and a booming kick.
Yeah,
I sure hope it's good.
About kicked it out of the stadium.
Tell you one thing I've noticed the last year or so, I think the kicking has improved throughout the Quad Cities.
There's been some awfully good kickers in the Quad City area, I think, over the past few years. There's no doubt about that. And there's some good ones again in the MAC this year.
I think somewhat the influence of soccer, some of the kids who might have played soccer earlier and then going out for football. And occasionally you have a kid playing both sports. At least on the Illinois side, when they have to play both during the same season.
Right.
And are they in the fall also for soccer on the Iowa side?
Well, no, not yet.
So actually,
still Iowa. Just says no. They're in the spring.
So they can still they can actually play soccer and football in Iowa rather easily.
That's definitely been a factor, I think, in the making of kickers. All right, we got Assumption 7, Central 0 with 2:23 to go in the first quarter, and we'll be kicking off here. John Lee back deep in the middle for Central, along with Mitchell at number 22. Chris Willis will kick off for Assumption.
.223 to go here in the first quarter. Assumption up 7-0 as Willis boots a line drive. Squibber. Ball taken at about the 18 and met at about the 26-yard line. 27 is number 22, Brian Mitchell for Central. Joe Bitterman in on the tackle. So it'll be first down for Davenport Central. At its own, looks like they're going to mark it at just shy of the 27.
Pretty good kickoff coverage there, Jim, by the Assumption Knights. Staying in their lanes, is coming down, and not bunching up together, so you get somebody running around you. Good coverage. Funny to see the number 6251 on the defensive line for Assumption.
Yeah, that's true. Long count here for Central. Straley gives it to Dyson Michael.
Yeah, that's Michael on the carry, and excellent tackle by number 1, Tim Mathis for Assumption, and he is a defensive tackle. So we talked about setting these defensive linemen. We got number 1 Mathis, we got number 6 Bush, we got number 15 defensive end Tony Holland. So these are kind of weird defensive line numbers. Number 2, Corey Luden, I believe, is a defensive lineman.
So far in this game, though, they have Davenport Central's number.
That's true.
So get a man in motion and a penalty flag. I don't know if it's against Central or
I think it's going to be on Central. Illegal procedure again. So somebody's moving. They got a man in motion. I don't know if somebody's still getting set during that motion time or not. If they are, that's what's illegal about it. Anyway, it's going to be 2 and 15.
Talk about huge offensive tackles. Number 79, Eric Hayek.
Hike, yep.
Hike, 6'8", 285 out there. He's an easy person to see from up here.
Right. Well, Central calling a timeout. I think they got a bit of confusion about the offensive set. Big Marcel Howard wants to have things talked over out there.
Central 0-5 coming in. Assumption 2-2 overall coming in.
Central head coach Skip Eckhart, this is his first year in the MAC conference, and he'd like to get that first win, I think, of the year, kind of get over the hump a little bit. But wins for the Blue Devils this year, obviously far few between.
In fact, they're still not sure how far they'll say few and far between is.
Yeah.
looking for that first victory.
Assistant coaches at Central: Mark Slichting, Dennis Coiner, Fred Harris. Fred Harris, Central fullback years ago, played over at Valparaiso, I believe. And I'm sure he was a load to bring down in his day.
2nd and 16. Well, 2nd and 15. Looks like 16 from away the chains are marked. Straley back to pass.
Look out.
Bush gets hit him as he threw the ball.
I didn't know if he threw it or he fumbled it out there, but
in the NFL,
yeah, he did. Yeah, the officials indicating that he threw it. So
okay. In the NFL, that play would have been ruled dead in the grass.
Yeah, well, he called it illegal grounding, I think.
Yeah.
Or intentional grounding, excuse me. So that's going to be a 15er and another, and that's also going to be loss of down, I believe.
Yes.
One of the few situations where you lose the down. Yep. So Central having some offensive problems tonight. Playing pretty good D, but brings up a 3rd and a U count.
Wow.
Let's say 35 maybe?
They got to get out to the 36-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that make it about
30, I guess. Ball's on the 6.
High formation for Davenport Central. Give to the second man through. He's got some running room on the right side.
This
Eludes
John
one tackler.
Lee,
He's at the 15, 25, all the way out to about the 30-yard line, maybe the 31.
He might have got a first down, Jim. John Lee on the just an off-tackle play. An excellent block by Dyson Mygold to spring John Lee to the outside there. So he had to go to the 36 instead of the 31.
That's right. So he's still an excellent run and gives Central a little bit of room to punt this ball as opposed to punt it out of your own end zone.
Yeah, that helped their cause. That takes the ball out of their own territory and doesn't give Assumption that good of
but not a good
position.
kick. It may get out of bounds. No, Pullman. Actually, he's going to let it go. Now he picks it up at the 32, dodges one defender, and gets some running room up to the 40, but we got a flag back at the 32.
Brought down by number 77 for Central, Saul McMeekin. We'll see what the flag is.
Stopped by number 77, Saul McMeekin.
Clipping. Guess we should have known based on where that flag was dropped.
Yeah, that's what you generally get in that situation. So instead of 40, the Knights are going to take over on about their own 25-yard line.
A break for Davenport Central there.
It really was. They probably should have been punting from the back line of their end zone, but they got a nice run out by John Lee and a ugly punt that went a long ways. That's all you can say about it, I think.
Well, got about 10 yards on the hop there from the 41 down to about the 31-yard line before Pullman picked it up and then got the clip. So Assumption, though, would gladly go on an 80-yard march here with a 1:08 to go here in the first quarter. The Knights leading 7-0.
Lee Russell carrying. Looked like number 70 in the middle on the tackle. Also Scott Greenwood, I believe, number 64. And Josh Vance, number 70.
Joe Bitterman checks out as Pat Bush comes in.
Big
a lot of these
defensive
teams,
line, Jim. Excuse me, go ahead.
That's right. A lot of that is true. A huge defensive line. A lot of these teams over the years, a lot of familiar names as brothers follow throughout the program over the years. This is Pullman running to the left, and
nice job.
Just about puts the knee down, and maybe wished he would have.
Yeah. Kevin Peterson made the first contact with him. We thought he was going to go down, and he put one hand down and kept his balance and went to the outside and lost a couple yards in so doing.
Kevin Collins, the quarterback for Assumption, I got to believe one of the reasons his number is not called more often, despite that speed, is the 145-pound frame he's carrying, and on that field he could get crushed.
Yes, he's not a very big young man, but I'll tell you what, he plays big though with his speed, and certainly shows some courage because he doesn't back down from the big guys at all.
So we're at the end of the first quarter here. Assumption leading Davenport Central 7-0.
Keeping your community strong is a responsibility for all who live there, whether it's through teamwork or working together to build a better town. Your Pekin agent will be there for friendly, reliable service. When you need help and can't wait, meet someone in your neighborhood who knows his customers. Depend on your hometown professional, your independent Pekin insurance agent.
Pekin Insurance.
For a quick quote on auto, home, and life, call your Pekin agent at Independent Insurance.
Hey parents, are you looking for a unique gift idea for your kids? Or do you just want them out of the house and into the yard? How about a backyard soccer goal from Flicks on State Street? They let your kids play soccer like the pros at least 3 seasons of the year. Made of rugged PVC pipe, Flicks sells goals in 2 sizes, the 4x6 foot youth size and the full-size 6x12 footer. Backyard soccer will never be the same, and you'll be the proudest soccer parents in the league. Get your kicks and your backyard soccer goals at Flicks on State Street in Bettendorf.
Satellite TV would like you to think they do a good imitation of Cox Cable.
Cable.
They say they have more quality programming,
Quality.
more choice,
Choice.
and a crystal clear picture.
Clear.
But can Satellite TV say it has local customer service? Free monthly basic programming on extra TV hookups, or all your local channels? After they've flown the coop, Cox Cable's still here, with more value. Not just more.
A game I saw earlier today down in Galesburg. Not referring to anybody out the field here. Anyway, Assumption, or the run out to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Lee Russell again. He's tough. He runs hard, knees high, and finally brought down by number 84 for Central, Jeremy Mao.
A lot of teams in the Quad Cities going with that committee of backs, 4 or 5 of them. It's great for the kids who would normally be called second-team players, playing in a ton. So Assumption will have to punt.
This
pretty
is,
high kick.
John Lee back, and good coverage by the Knights. Number 4 chasing the ball out of bounds, Greg Blau for Assumption. So
good punt by Tony Holland. This game off to a bit of a slow, sluggish start, I think.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it seems that way. Fans are kind of sluggish tonight.
Even one announcer is, I can tell you that much.
Well, you can only do so many games in a day.
This is kind of a unique doubleheader for me. A writing, broadcasting doubleheader.
Howard, Hike, Greenwood on the right side for Central. Offensive line.
Straley out of the I formation, going to give it to Lee, I believe,
Yep,
and he's bottled up for a 2-yard loss.
Immediately met by Pat Bush. Number 6 at your defensive tackle position.
Right now, Bush is busier than George Bush was 4 years ago at this time.
I like that. That's good. Yeah.
I never hesitate to try, Coach.
Okay. Well, I'm easy, too. Don't forget that.
And I appreciate that. Number 83
mercy.
flanked wide to the right. Nick Math. I formation for Davenport Central. Tyson Miguel fake to him. Straley rolling right, looking long downfield, and it is off about 3 Assumption defenders and falls gently to the turf. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Pullman was up for that ball, and that's a good play by Howard because about 3 of them had a hold of him, and he took them all to the ground rather than letting them catch the ball. And he played pretty good defense there while being the tight end.
Marcel Howard, 6'8", 245. If I'm the new Davenport Central basketball coach, Ray Swatella, I'm scouting this game as well. I got to believe he's got a few of them coming out.
I think Howard is one of his basketball stalwarts, too, if I'm not mistaken.
I formation again for Central. Receivers out wide right and left. Screen pass to Lee. He's got some running room on the left side. He's not going to get the first down. Assumption closed things up in a hurry after about a 6-yard gain.
Tony Hollins out there rather quickly along with Greg Blau making the play, and screenplay was set up well, but they didn't get the needed blocks out there for the follow-up of the play. So we got a 4th and 5 here.
Assumption going with the quicker, shorter players to Central's taller, perhaps stronger, but not quite as quick a foot by any stretch thus far as Assumption. Assumption leading 7-0 here early in the second quarter, 10:28 mark, as Lee gets off a decent punt way down there, but it goes out of bounds. See where they mark it, about the 31 or 2-yard line.
Nice job by John. Was it Lee that punted that ball? Yeah, John Lee, I believe. So I don't know how many punts we've had in this game, but it's been several. Neither team amassing a whole lot of offense.
No, not at all by any stretch. In fact, the lone touchdown coming on a halfback pass for Davenport Assumption. Double wing for the Knights, one back behind the quarterback, and they're going to give it running. No, fake to Russell, rolling left, and finding his man downfield for a first down. Yeah, Kevin Collins finds his man, John Schrader,
wide open, and I think we're going to have a roughing penalty out with personal foul here. Looked like Greenwood hit Collins a little bit late there after he'd thrown that ball.
Good job of rolling to his left by Collins and patiently finding his man wide open, John Schrader, who did a great job of hauling that one in.
Tell you, some pretty good quarterback basics right there. Quarterback rolls to his opposite side, he's throwing and sets and squares the line of scrimmage and throws the football, and that's what you have to do if you're going to throw the ball downfield.
Coach, why do so many coaches like to have, especially at the high school level, it seems more than other levels, like to have their quarterback roll out rather than be in the pocket?
Well, if you got, in Assumption's case, it's probably a matter of the smaller linemen. They're going to get overpowered to the line of scrimmage. That way they don't have to form a pocket and hold their ground.
Give to Russell, and he's bottled up. He might have. He's lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Right. Nice defensive effort there by Fleener, number 60, I believe, and Michael also on the tackle. I mean, but going back to what we said before, when you got to drop back passing, if you're going to do a lot of drop back passing, you got to have some big people that can hold their ground up front. And I think Assumption takes advantage of their smaller people by letting the pocket move to the outside.
Got a man in motion, but they're going to give straight ahead to Russell, who is really getting beat up there.
Mm-hmm.
And on the tackle,
Greenwood, Michael, John Lee, and also it looks like Michael Cribbs, number 2, the cornerback, was up there. So they're all over that running game of Assumption's right now.
Tell you, at the game I saw earlier today, United Township did a great job of pounding that fullback in there just to set up the other plays, and their fullback did not have any great day offensively in terms of the numbers he produced, but his fellow running backs did, and I'm sure it all had to do with the scheme.
Yeah, you see a fullback with 18 carries for 27 yards, you know he's a setup person.
Back to pass. Collins rolling right, in trouble, but he eludes the defender. He's got some running room on the right side. He's got a first down, and he holds on to the ball. Boy, is that kid fast.
He is quick. Whoop. Now we got a penalty coming on. I don't know what this penalty is going to be, but some of the Central players clapping their hands over there, so I don't know if we got a late clip or a late pile on or what here.
Got Davenport Central player being helped off the field, but he looks fine.
Collins was being chased by Greenwood. Greenwood just about caught him, but couldn't make it.
Tyson Miguel was the man who got helped off the field, but he looks like he might just be groggy. That's a tough place to get a clipping call right as the play is about over. And your quarterback, I tell you, that kid looks like he could be a big-time punt returner, although I imagine he doesn't return him for the Knights since he's the quarterback.
Well, a little break there for, well, not a little, a big break. We go from a first down for Assumption to a 3rd and 11.
About a 15 to 17 yard break to be exact. Counting everything on the play. Nice jump pass downfield, and it's complete.
Oh, nice job over there.
First down for the Knights.
Caught by Greg Blau, the X-back for Davenport Assumption, and looked like he just caught the ball and drug his feet out of bounds. That looked like a big-time catch. You see on that on TV on Sunday afternoons, I think.
Or maybe on Thursday nights on Cox Cable.
That's true.
Channel 38.
Well, that's what we're going to see. Anyway.
Right. Greg Blau hauling it in there, and you got to like the way Assumption came right back after having a nice big play, call back, come back, and get the first down on the next play. First down for the Knights at the 28-yard line of Central. Lee Russell with some running room and another first down to about the 15.
Looked like he was brought down by looked like Michael Cribbs, a cornerback, made the stop, and he's just come out. He's shaking up just a little bit on it. But I tell you what, you keep giving the ball to your fullback and you're setting things up with him. Once in a while, he's going to get you 12, 15 yards, especially if it's Lee Russell, because he's a good running back.
He is, and Assumption now knocking on the door of a second score at the 15. This time pitch to Pullman, trying to elude some tackle, breaks one tackle, and cuts it upfield, but only gets about a yard and a half. Good effort by him, though.
Scott Greenwood didn't make the tackle there for the defensive end for Central, but he sure slowed things down and kind of sprawled things out for the rest of the people to get there. Excellent job by Scott Greenwood.
We'll take a break as Assumption player. I think it's Grant Pullman down on the field. 8:01 to go in the second quarter. Assumption leading 7-0 over Davenport Central. Welcome back as Pullman's helped off the field by Assumption trainer Bob Cunningham, and I believe that's the team doctor for the Knights also
Doc
down
Sunderbrook.
there. Doc Sunderbrook. Say help him over to the bench.
Doc Sunderbrook's been down on the sideline for many, many years.
Man in motion for the Knights. However, rolling is Collins looking downfield.
Got a receiver
in trouble, and then gets it off. Gets it to Lee Russell's got some running room. He might make it to the end zone. Head for the flags.
He's going to score. You bet.
TD Assumption.
Yep. Kevin Collins really showed some coolness there, Jim. Pressured in the backfield. He had two receivers open early, but he never had a chance to get the ball to him because of the pressure. Kind of turned and looked the other way and found who was it?
Lee Russell.
Lee Russell
right at about
on the touchdown
9-yard line. And Russell went in from there.
Nice job by Kevin Collins.
Now, has Collins started the whole year, Coach?
No, he hasn't. Tony Holland has started most of the games early for Assumption, but Collins is just kind of keeps coming and coming, and Coach Kazmarek has played them both equally, and finally it looks like Collins may have taken that job over.
Of course, he's got Holland playing defensive end as well, so give both players.
Tony Holland, excellent quarterback also. I don't want to take anything away from him. He's done a nice job for him.
So Chris Willis's PAT kick is good. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Assumption up 14-0 with 7:33 to go here in the second quarter at Brady Street Stadium. Chris Willis set to kick off. Down there to receive Brian Mitchell.
John Lee's deep in the middle.
Mitchell deep on the left. I'm sorry, on the right.
Nice kick.
And Mitchell's going to let it go by into the end zone. Beautiful kick by Willis. Welcome back to Brady Street Stadium. 14-0 Assumption leading, well on their way to being 3-2 for the season. Of course, after the many rallies I saw happen last week, both in the high school and collegiate level, it's mighty early. 7:33 to go in the second quarter. Assumption up 14-0. Central coming in here winless at 0-5 for the season.
Sputtering, they're playing pretty good defense, Jim, in my opinion, but they sputter offensively, and eventually that's going to take its toll.
Assumption blitzing on this one, and they nice. Mitchell breaking 2 or 3 tackles, but is finally brought down at about the 13-yard line for a loss of 7. He did everything he could to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but Assumption all over that play.
Right. Brought down by John Schrader, number 84, and 34, Nick Gary. Excellent job there by Mitchell on second effort. He had 4 people all over him, 2 yards in the backfield. All of a sudden he runs out to the sideline and looked like he was going to pick up a yard or 2.
I think he's trying to tell Coach Skip Eckert, hey, I want to play.
Yeah, give me the ball.
Marvin Mallory out wide to the right. Blue Devils in the I formation. Straley rolling left. Got a man and incomplete. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Was going to be a tough catch in traffic.
Looked like number 88 for Central, Aaron Scherer, I believe. Defended pretty well over there by Blau. Pass was thrown just a little bit behind Jim. Otherwise, they might have had the completion over there, because Straley threaded it in there, that's for sure. Ed stalled one of the tight ends going out of the game.
Well, it's a beautiful night for football. For a player, the temperature is probably perfect. It's just a little cold, but not the kind of cold that just ideal to play in. In trouble back there, Straley, but he gets it off to a man open at his own 10, and he burst into the clear. John Lee, and he's got a first down.
Nice play. Really a nice job by John Lee, because Tony Holland had sniffed that play out, and somebody threw a nice block over there, and I wish I had the number so he could give him credit for it, but somebody threw a nice block on Holland over there, and John Lee just squirted up through there for the nice first down run.
Not exactly a screen pass, but sort of.
Yeah,
he certainly sold assumption on it there, did Straley, and got it off. Seems like the ideal screen is a play about like that, where you just barely get it off, but once you do get it to your open man, he is wide open, and Straley was able to get that first down all the way out to the I'm not sure, not Straley, but Lee able to get all the way to the 32, and we've got a play here that I think there should be some flags on.
Well, I think the ball was snapped before the line moved, so in that case there's no problem. But the only problem with that is to the Central offense,
right?
Because there's nobody blocking it if that happens.
It's illegal, but not wanted procedure.
Right, there you go. And this is Nick Math going out of the game.
Aaron Shanks wide to the right, number 4. Is Straley able to barely get the handoff, and in there making a big play for Assumption, number 61 for the Knights.
That's Ryan Arguello. He about got the handoff.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Assumption really starting to control things up front.
Arguello fired from his linebacker position and was not touched. And he's going to come out and get a handshake from the sideline. Lee Russell replaces him.
Seems like the Knights are starting to feel a little more comfortable and doing a little more gambling as this game progresses. They're up 14-0, and Central in need of the big play.
3rd and long, you run the blitz, and it worked just like it should.
Straley rolling to his right, and he is swarmed under another blitz, I believe, by the Knights. Pat Bush in there.
Yep. Tim Mathis, number 1, from his defensive tackle spot.
Right.
Bush got him listed 150 in the program.
And number 1 in the eyes of his coach on that play.
Indeed.
So it'll be 4th down and about 20 for a first down. Back to punt. A man who's been very busy for Central tonight, John Lee. For Assumption, back to receive it.
I believe that's Pat Bush, but I'm not sure.
Number 10.
No, I'm sorry, that's Collins.
Well, we asked to receive at that position. Let's see what happens. He picks it up on a 40, didn't have any running room, and got out of bounds in a hurry after about a 5-yard return. That kid has some great feet.
He really accelerates. He's impressive.
You know, sometimes, Coach, I think they shouldn't measure the 40-yard dash time, but about the 10-yard dash time, and he would be right up there with the leaders.
He would be. Acceleration is tremendous. Younger brother of Tony Collins, a great wide receiver, Assumption.
He'll be in action for the Hawks next year, and what a awesome action this year. Collins finds his man on the right side, eluding a tackle or two, and turning a 5-yard gain into about a 7-yarder.
I believe that's Blau, the ex-receiver. Nice play by Assumption. Nice job there by Blau, evading the tackler and getting another couple of extra yards.
I got to give Assumption some credit here. They really seem to be one very tough team. There's not a whole lot of red shirts on that sideline, but those that are appear to be ready to play. Man in motion. Give, however, to Lee Russell, and he's got some running room and a first down for the Knights as they get a chance to possibly go up by 21-0 here. They lead 14-0 over Central with 3:27 to go until halftime.
Nice hole on the left side. Kevin Peterson made a tackle for Central, but looked like Scheibelhut, number 55, and Rob Reed, number 56, on the left side here, and the tight end Schrader did a nice job.
Furlong leads them out. The give to Lee Russell, who seems to be running a little bit better.
He's busy.
He got hit hard, though, the second time there through as he was held up, and John Allen put it to him.
Yep. He just about literally lost his shirt there.
It's kind of a sitting duck there as he made his second and third effort. It was in the air, and John Allen added a little bit of a forearm to the fray, and Lee Russell's one tough cookie out there.
He is. Double tights, double wing.
Kevin Collins, the quarterback, he gives two. No, he holds on and pitches late. Ball is held on to there.
Yeah, that's number 24, Mike Walsh.
And they gain about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be third, and it looks like 2 yards to go for a first down. A workmanlike drive here for the Assumption Knights.
Yep, the only thing that we could be critical about on that play is I thought that Collins pitched the ball just a little bit earlier. I think he needs to let the defensive people well, he should have pitched it later and let the defense make a little bit more commitment before you pitch the ball, and that opens up your pitch man a little bit. This is Russell.
Lee Russell's got the first down, running hard to the right side, and he has really got his game going.
And goes. Yep, no doubt.
Well, I tell you, this Collins kid is mighty fun to watch. This will be my third high school football game of the weekend, and he's as talented as anybody I've seen on the field of all the teams. He has got those quick feet.
Pat Bush bringing the play in. That's Terry Furlong up on the center.
Pitch back to Walsh.
Little face guard there. That's Mike Walsh from his wing position over there. Came over on the just a kind of a counter play, but or a wing around play, and I think Eric Hike was guilty of face mask there on the tackle. Sometimes you get your hand and you get your fingers on the face mask, and it's hard to let go of it. That's going to cost them 15.
You don't see the officials missing too many of them anymore, though. Usually the jerk of the helmet helps give it away. Checking in with the play for the Knights, number 5, Greg Blau, who's made one real nice reception already tonight. Lee Russell behind the quarterback, Kevin Collins, who's having a nifty night thus far. Collins, bad pitch there to Bitterman, and running strong, and Blake breaks one tackle. Joe Bitterman down
great
to about
effort,
the
Jim.
6.
Great effort by Bitterman. John Holland had him 3 yards deep in the backfield, and Bitterman got loose and picked himself up 7, 8 yards over there. Nice effort.
So Assumption, second down at the 6. They need about 3 for the first down and another 3 for the touchdown. Second down at the 6 and 3 yards to go for a first down. Give to Russell. He's going to take it all. One play. Touchdown Assumption.
Yep. Lee Russell from 6 yards out, I believe?
6 yards,
just same movement, same formation, a double wing and a double tight ends, and instead of giving to the wing back coming across, they just give to Russell and going over the middle of the formation, and he runs hard and he gets there quick and he scores.
Bern O'Brien set to place the ball down for Chris Willis. Willis working on his 3rd straight PAT kick. Ball plays down, and that's a booming kick. That's good. Man, that guy can really kick it. Assumption up here, 21-0 with 1:08 to go here in the second quarter. So welcome back to Brady Street. 1:08 to go here in the second quarter. Assumption with things well in control at this point, leading 21-0. Central really needed that big play, really a big play in terms of trying to get one on the board before halftime with 1:08 to go. And Lee gets the ball at his own 3. He's got some running room up the middle and bottled up quickly, though, by the Knights. Great kickoff coverage there.
Pat Bush, first man down to make the play or to slow him down, and then looks like maybe number 88 coming out of the pile there from the bottom for Assumption, Aaron Smith, 165-pound junior. Well, Jim, I think in order for us to have had a pretty good game here tonight, I think Central needed to keep that last touchdown from happening, keep this game 14-0 at half, and then they could have regrouped and come out and played some football. That might have been mental down for him now, for sure.
Boy, Assumption looking really aggressive up front now, but Lee gets some running room on the left side. It's going to be short of the first down, run out of bounds there, but he got about 8.
I'll tell you, John Lee's running like they can come back, that's for sure. He just got the ball and took off over there.
Assumption very well coached by Mark Kazmarek, and I remember Kaz's early days in the Quad Cities at Moline as an assistant coach. I remember being up in the press box a few times, and I'll say this, he was a very intense young man.
He is.
In fact, I heard a coach up there today at Galesburg, and I said to myself, he reminds me of Kazmarek. Some guys really don't need the headsets to talk down to the people down on the field.
Right.
That's how I remember Kaz back then. He's done a heck of a job with Assumption. I think he was down at Dixon before that.
Yeah. I call him the philosopher. You might be in a conversation with him and find him talking about the Roman Empire or something. He's quite a fella. Well, we had a little we had an audible there by Central, and Howard didn't catch the audible or something because he was throwing the ball and he wasn't ready for it.
3rd down and 1 with just 52 seconds to go in a half. They pitch to Lee running hard on the right side, and it's got the first down out to the 38-yard line, and Central may be building at least a little confidence here. They may not get the touchdown in. They got a long way to go, but at least they picked up a first down and a boost for the confidence. I'll tell you, when you're a new coach, this is the first year for the Davenport Central coach.
Yes,
that's a tough position to be in, because I've seen many coaches go with just one win or winless that first year and then get things really rolling the second, and especially that 3rd year. It takes a while to get everything in place and really get the kids accustomed to what you expect. And Lee running to the left side with some running room, and he's going to get out of bounds, I think. Let's see. Yeah, they rule out of bounds, a gain of about 6. Make it 5.
Brought down by Ryan Arguello, and also number 2 Corey Luden also over there on the tackle.
2nd and 5 from the Davenport Central 43-yard line.
28 seconds to go here in the half, Jim. So Central can throw a couple bombs here, or
Nick Math wide right. Let's see if they go to him. No, looking downfield. It's completed to the 40-yard line. A nice throw by Straley and hauling it in there. I believe that's number 3.
Yeah, Marvin Mallory, I believe, or number 1, was it? Yeah.
You called the right coach, Marvin Mallory.
Well, we talked about Straley's arm before. He's got a very strong arm if he can get time to throw the ball.
First down, they're 40 yards away from Pater, but the clock's ticking with 16 seconds to go. Straley looking downfield. We got a flag.
John Lee on reception.
Lee with some running room up the middle, inside the 20 at the 16. It may be called back. We'll see.
I thought that ball looked like it was going to be picked off, and all of a sudden Lee just snagged it, and away he went. But we got a flag on a play. We'll see. Looks like we're going to get probably a procedure call. Yes, we are. Thrown by the line judge there, so generally that's the call when that happens.
Down to 8.1 seconds to go, so we may be seeing our final play of the half. Central trailing Assumption 21-0.
Well, we might come out Air Straley second half the way they're moving the ball right now, throwing it.
I don't know if you call that I suppose that would be termed a fast turf down there. Fast but painful.
Yes. Yeah.
Fast track. First down nonetheless, but unfortunately for Central, it's not the first down that they just earned on the previous first down. That ball was called back due to the illegal procedure.
Whatever you just said, I'm with you.
Right.
I'm with you all the way. And Coach Cox from Clinton coming in to say hello to us.
Sounds like we're at Cordova Dragway in the background.
Hell's Angels just going by. All right, let's see what Coach Eckhart comes up here. Might be able to throw it twice here.
I think the group going by might have been the Family Ties production team, good friends of Jess Medina. I could have used them escorting me here to get here in time. I formation for Central. Probably the last play of the half. Straley gets a block, screen pass.
Oh, good defense.
Sniffed out by Assumption.
Tony Holland
doesn't get nothing. Yep. Get a thing.
Tony Holland is, I'll tell you what, every screen Central Stone tonight, Tony Holland's been right there. He got blocked on one, but he made the play there, that's for sure. So, Jim, we'll wrap it up for halftime.
Great half for Assumption, especially that second quarter. Assumption goes into the half. You hear the good, healthy round of applause from the Knight fans below us. Assumption leading here at half, 21-0 over Davenport Central. Welcome back to Brady Street Stadium as we are just about set for the second half kickoff. Jim Meenan here along with Coach Cy Robinson. Coach, you got the scoring rundown for us. Why don't you go ahead and give that?
Okay, 2:23 to go in the first quarter. It was 8-yard TD halfback pass from Bush to Pullman for the first score, and PAT Boillis. 7:33 to go in the second quarter. 14-yard TD run or pass, excuse me, Collins to Lee Russell. PAT by Willis made it 14-0. And then with 1:08 left in the half, it was a 6-yard TD run by Lee Russell and point after good by Willis, making it 21-0. So the scoring's all been Assumption so far in the game.
Assumption coming in 2-2, looking to go 3-2 on the year. The win here tonight. And Davenport Central, who used to own this stadium back when I was a kid, winless at 0-5.
Well, Willis is back. He's been kicking it deep.
He's had a good night with the toe, and this is another booming kick to Lee at the 7. Got a bit of a burst on him there. Gets to the left side. Got some running room on the left side. Trying to turn the corner.
Got some room.
Breaks into the clear.
He's gonna go.
Knight's giving chase. Lee running out of gas. But gets down to the 18, 17, making the 16-yard line. Wow, what a return.
Great run back by John Lee. Brought down by number, it looked like it was number 5 maybe, Joe Bitterman. Made the touchdown-saving tackle down there, either he or Tim Mathis. But Lee caught that ball on his own 6-yard line and took it down the left side and came back out to the middle and just about got away from 2 tacklers down there. But great run back by John Lee for the Blue Devils.
A lot of determination there shown by John Lee. Looked like he just kind of ran out of gas at the end. And those were 2 fleet-footed Assumption Knights giving chase. So anyway, Davenport Central gets part of the big play they need. Let's see if they can go the final 18 yards for the score here. First down at the Assumption 18. Pitch to the deep man, running wide right with a little bit of running room and down in right to about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that was Mallory, Marvin Mallory, number 1, and just kind of a wide pitch, and they're letting him find his opening and picks up a nice gain there, 8 yards on the play.
Yeah, all the way just inside the 10 the ball rests at. So Central with a chance to get some points on the board and maybe make a game out of it. But certainly boost their spirits to get a score here right at the outset of the third quarter. Lee, the lone, make that Dyson Miguel lone back behind Straley. They pitch. Is the Lee running wide right. He's got a first down and he's inside the 5 to about the 4.
Nice, same play there, except they threw the ball to John Lee this time, and he's down to 4-yard line, first and goal. John Lee's been a busy ball carrier tonight, and we talked a while ago about the sweaty shirts and all the dust over him. Right now, John Lee's shirt is hard to read because he's been a busy person out there.
Assumption's starting to have a little trouble picking him up, too. So, first and goal for Central at the ball inside, just inside the 4-yard line of Assumption. Straley barking the signals. Gives to Miguel, and he's
in, I believe. You bet.
Yes, touchdown Central.
Dyson Miguel right up the middle. They faked the pitch and gave it to to Miguel going right up the middle, and he gets 4 tough yards for the score. So here comes Central back in the game a little bit. See if we can get the PAT here.
Dyson Miguel with a big run there, and give credit to Central. They got that great break with a good return there by John Lee, and then they marched it right in rather quickly from 18 yards out.
Nick Ide on the point after. Ball's down and looks good from here. Yes.
So 21-7 with just 10:38 to go here in the third quarter. Only less than a minute and a half on that drive.
I'll tell you what, I don't know what Coach Eckhart said at halftime, but the Central Blue Devils come out here roaring in this second half. And I'll tell you what, usually when a team goes in at halftime 21-0, there's going to be that, you always worry about that third quarter letdown, and we may have just seen that from Davenport Assumption. So we'll see if Coach Wade King get that defense fired up a little bit down there, and Kaz has probably got a few words for him.
Going back deep for Assumption, Kevin Collins and Joe Bitterman. Some speed back there for the Knights. Set to kick, number 21, Nick Ide for the Blue Devils. 21-7. Central has started out this third quarter the way it wanted to with a touchdown here in the first 2 minutes. Kick is to Bitterman. Eludes one tackler, then runs on Collins, and he breaks a tackle, shakes the tackle, and gets it out to about the 40-yard line. A good return.
Nice run back. Finally brought down by, looks like number 50 for Central, Matt Rose. Looked like they had him back at about the 25, and he ran into Collins somewhere along the line and regained his balance and took off.
Collins, the nifty little quarterback for the Knights, who's had a big night, really giving all sorts of fits to Davenport Central. He's barking the signals right now, and Lee Russell behind him. Russell had a great second quarter. They give it to Russell, bounding off a defender or two, and this time he gets nowhere.
Looked like number 32, Migo, on the tackle. Linebackers are coming now. Merv Hobbinick coming into the box, checking out the game tonight. Burlington coaches are here.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 40 is Furlong, Mr. Terry Furlong, 215-pound son of the former St. Ambrose coach who was very successful there, John. Handoff
Lee
Russell. Boy, is he running hard.
He really does. He just goes for second, third, and a fourth effort. Keeps those feet going, and finally it looked like he was brought down by Jeremy Mao, number 84. Big Eric Hike in on it, as well as the cornerback Mike Cribbs, I believe, number 2.
Gain of about 6 yards. Good. Actually, it's 3rd and 4. As the first play wasn't quite as successful as that one. First down, that is. So it's 3rd and 4. They give this time to the other fullback who just checked in, and it's a first down. This is Pullman.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. That's Gary.
Nick Gary, who had just checked in. Remember, Nick from a year ago also plays linebacker. Nice run by Nick Gary, and it's a first down at the 44 of the Blue Devils. Assumption looks like they may be ready to answer.
Yeah,
Coach.
is that the first time Gary's been in the backfield tonight? He's been playing defense, I know, but Pullman shaken up earlier, still on the sideline down here, so they may be trying to heal him up a little bit.
I think that is his first carry. Anyway.
Uh-oh.
A broken wing on that one.
We had a lot of people in motion there, Jim, and that'd be illegal. Number 43, Lee Russell carrying the ball again, but in football, only one man can go in motion, and we saw 2 there, so that's going to be an illegal procedure call, and that'll cost the Knights 5 yards.
Decline, however.
Illegal motion was the call, not procedure.
Central declining it because they were able to get Russell for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd and 12 from the Central 47 as Furlong leads them out. Collins over him. One back in the backfield. We got a man in motion. Give to Russell. And spun around. Make that. Oh, fumbled it.
It's going to go out of bounds or not?
It didn't get out of bounds. It might have at the end there. Let's see. This is a
Michael signal, and they got the ball. Greenwood comes up with it. Now let's see what the referees decide.
They agreed.
They did give it.
Central with another big break. But just as Geary had some running room, or was that Lee Russell? Russell getting up off the pile too.
I believe it was I believe it was Russell, Jim. I'm not sure about that, but at any rate, they fumbled the ball. It looked like it was going to roll out of bounds, and it stayed in bounds by about a yard. And Greenwood come over and company and recovered the ball.
So, first down. Boy, what a churn of events for Davenport Central. They get a chance now to cut that lead down to a touchdown if they can march down. Plenty of time left in this game. 8:50 to go in the third quarter. Central's already scored once to open this second half. They trail 21-7. Nice run up the middle there for a gain of about 6.
This is Mitchell, I believe.
Yep, Brian Mitchell.
Good run there. Nice blocking up front on the right side. Oops, we got a procedure call. I never did see that flag. It's over here on the near side, though. So that's gonna bring it back to 1st and 15.
The hidden flag trick. I thought that was banned in Iowa. I didn't see that either.
And you can't see it right from where we are right here. It's behind the people on the bench there. Looked like they might have had 5 people in the backfield. There was a lot of scrambling around to get the position. The split end was a little bit in the backfield, it looked to me.
So it'll be 1st and 15 from the Central 34 for the Blue Devils. Wide to the left, Nick Math. Aaron Shanks wide right, man in motion. Quarterback Straley gives.
There's another fumble. And I think Assumption's going to get this one back, Jim.
Good call, Coach. With the score still the same, we move to further action.
Handoff, yeah. Handoff was to Mitchell, and he just didn't get the handle on it, and the ball come out of there, squirting out, and red shirt's ball going the opposite direction.
I think I might give Collins a chance to run it right to the right side of the field with plenty of real estate over there. Let's see, I formation. I'm sorry, one back behind the quarterback. Wing, they're going to give it.
Student body right, or left.
4 yards for number 24.
Yep. A lot of people pulling on them. Both guards pulling, the quarterback's out in front of them, and also the fullback's out in front of it. So there's 4 blockers leading the far side wing back coming over here. Takes a lot of people to bring that all down, and not a bad job there by Central, but it's still a 4-yard gain by Assumption.
Mike Walsh on the carry. Walsh in motion, but the give this time to the fullback for Lee Russell, and
you could hear that pad pop up here.
Yes, you can.
Yep. Brought down by looked like 32 Michael. Number 84 for Central is Mao. Also John Lee up there, number 30.
It's the ball spotted right at the 33-yard line of Central. It's 3rd and a long 3 for the Knights. We've got to get beyond the 30 for the first down. Double wing for the Knights. Russell behind the quarterback. Collins is going to do the draw play, and didn't draw out too well.
Not
snuffed out. He didn't have any holes to run through.
Saul McMeekin, great defensive play there. About a 2-yard loss came through from his tackle position. McMeekin, 6'5", 235-pound junior, kind of engulfed Collins, didn't he?
He sure did. That was quite a wall there formed by Davenport Central. So it'll be 4th down and 6 to go for a first down for the Knights. They got to get beyond the 30. Collins rolling right, and he's in trouble.
John Lee
is sacked and hauled down, clear back at about the 45-yard line.
John Lee coming from his linebacker spot, I believe, and makes a great
64
play.
Also in on that play.
That'd be Scott Greenwood then.
That's right. Greenwood in on the play as well. And Davenport Central doing a fine job in this second half, other than a fumble.
I tell you, Central, to me, Central has been a formidable full-playing defense tonight. They really have, but they've made a couple of mistakes offensively. It's kind of got them in the hole, but now we got a timeout called by Central, so we'll take a break.
Welcome back to Brady Street Stadium. First down for Davenport Central. at their own 43. Straley pitches.
That's Lucas Hill, the freshman, I believe, number 31.
And he picks up about 5.
Young man,
freshman out there.
Lucas Hill is a freshman running back for Central.
Wow.
His dad, Lucius Hill, played for us over at West High School many years ago, and he was an excellent running back also. So,
a freshman on the varsity at 6'2", 185 he's listed at. So he's got some proper dimensions to be a good running back.
He's got some good wheels too.
Wide to the right for Central, Aaron Shanks. One back, Dyson Miguel behind his quarterback, and now they put a man in motion. Give it to Miguel, and he's going to get about a yard.
Tough yard there. Looked like who's that right in the hole? And yeah, Pat Bush was right in the hole there for about a yard gain.
Tonight's game brought to you by the Independent Insurance Services Incorporated, 1519 East Locust. The number to call, 383-5559.
Carrier on the last play with number 32, Dyson Michael.
You're watching Cox Cable Channel 38 as we bring you the action here. Assumption versus Davenport Central, 21-7, Assumption leading. This game being played on the previous Saturday night. Pitch to Lee. He's got some running room, good momentum there, and might have gotten the first down. Let's see.
Nice job by John Lee there. They just pitched him the ball, and he's going to run to the left side and get what he can get, and he got the first down.
He brought down,
brought down by Pat Bush, I think, again.
Number 6, Pat Bush.
Coach, I'm going to go on this side of you.
I feel like I'm square dancing up here with my partner here, Jim Meenan, and Jess Medina on the camera tonight again, as usual.
Doing his excellent job as Lee in motion. Oh, they bump into each other, Michael, and they Straley gets the ball to him, and that just results in even more of a loss. Let's see where they spot it, but about a 4 or 5 or 6 yard loss, depending on the spot here for Davenport Central. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 49 or 50, so about a 4 yard loss.
A lot of Knights on the tackle there, led by number 2, I think, Corey Luden. Number 1, Tim Mathis, also there, along with 2 or 3 other red shirts. And there's a play that Central probably practices 50 times a week, and things happen. Their fullback runs into the quarterback, and you don't get a good play off.
Aaron Shanks wide to the right for Central. Michael behind his quarterback, backed up past Straley, looking over the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver down there.
Yeah, that's Marvin Mallory, and that ball looked like it was right in there.
I agree,
probably
Coach.
Should have been caught, but boy, that's easy to say from up here, I guess. But
we should give credit to Straley, who did wing it rather nicely on that one.
It's defended by Joe Bitterman, I believe, over there, along with Greg Blau, the free safety and defensive halfbacks.
Joe Bitterman, with a name like that, you got to wonder how much he smiles. But anyway.
Yes, indeed.
I've had a long day.
I'm
still willing to keep trying. Sorry about that, Joe. Anyway, it's third down from the Assumption 49, third and about 13 for a first down. Straley back to pass, screen pass. Not very well set up this time. It's going to fall incomplete.
Yep.
Luckily for him, it was thrown a couple yards forward.
Right. And looked like Nick Gary was right over there, and Tim Mathis, and also number 84, John Schrader. They all had that sniffed out pretty good. That was going nowhere. Probably a little bit of luck involved there, or just a little bit of smartness by Straley, making sure he threw that ball forward instead of behind.
Back to receive the punt for Assumption, Joe Bitterman. Lee standing at his own 40 and just barely gets the kick off, signaling for a fair catch and letting it go is Bitterman, and it will not reach the end zone.
Oh, yes, it did.
Yeah, you got to control it, and they did not.
There's some great hustle right there. That not a very good break. I'm going to try to get the number there. That 83, I believe, for Central down there, Nick Math. And the ball looked like it might have fallen dead on maybe the 2 yard line, but Math kind of hit it to knock it out of the end zone, and he wound up taking it on in the end zone with him. So it's going to be a touchback. Not a very good piece of luck right there for Central.
The ruling on that is you've got to keep it out of the end zone, period.
Right.
So even if you touch it and it rolls in, it's even if you touch it on the 1 or 2, it's tough luck if it rolls in after that.
Kind of the impetus of the ball again. Collins looked like he didn't get the snap from center there smoothly and fumbled the ball, and that's going to be about a 5-yard loss for the Knights.
In fact,
that's a good thing that didn't happen down on the 2-yard line.
It's about as much a 5-yard loss. You'd think they had the 5-yard penalty. 2:56 and counting. Assumption leading here 21-7 in the 3rd period. Double wing for the Knights. Man in motion, and they're going to fake to that man. And Collins
pressure
in trouble,
again.
And he's
fumbled it in the end zone.
Who's
And this is going to be a touchdown.
3
Central.
shots, and they do.
Yep.
It's a 21-13 game.
Sorry for yelling while you're trying to talk, Jim. I got nervous there.
That's okay, Coach. What a play. The big guy for Central wakes up their crowd with that hustle to the ball.
Now, is that, I can't see, was that? But number 82 is Marcel Howard, the big tight end and defensive tackle for Central. And Collins, again, twice in a row, mishandled the ball down there and just kind of flew out of there. And there was not a red shirt around there, but 3 white shirts, and Howard was the one that flopped on it. So Central's back in this ball game.
Kick sure looks good, and it is. Number 21 booting it through. Nick Ide, and the tide has changed in this game.
Yes, it has.
21-14. A one-time Assumption 3 TD lead is down to 1 touchdown.
All Assumption first half, and to this point, second half, it's been all Central. So, got ourselves a ball game here, by golly.
This game being brought to you by the Independent Insurance Services Incorporated, 1519 East Locust. The number of the dial, 383-5559. Happy to take care of all your insurance needs. And right now, Assumption would love an insurance touchdown or 2.
Yes, they would.
2:39 to go. Plenty of time left in this game.
So we got ourselves a pretty good game going here. Looks like Coach Wade King's going to gather his defense together down on the bench and give them a little chat and try to fire them up a little bit. And number 21 for Central, Nick Ide, will be doing the kicking.
Bitterman and Collins back deep to receive for Assumption. That's Lee Russell up there about 10 yards ahead of him, along with Greg Blau. Set to kick for Central, Nick Ide. 21-14. Assumption leading here. They once led 21-0 at a half.
Now we got an offside Central. So that's going to be a first down on the 35 or...
Illegal procedure on Central.
Yeah, it's kind of like everybody's got to stay behind that 40 until the ball is kicked, and referee blew it dead, calls it illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty.
I would think that's a penalty that could be called quite often, and sometimes it seems like they let it go.
Yeah, I think they do at times, and at times there may be a foot just coming down on the line as the ball's kicked. So if a kid's got it timed just right, that'll happen once in a while.
Booming kick taken by Bitterman at the 20. Got some running room and ahead of steam. He's going to get out right to the 39-yard line.
Pretty nice job by number 43, Kevin Peterson, coming in on tackle. But still a good field position for the Knights at on their own 39.
2:33 to go in the third. 21-14 Assumption over Davenport Central, but the momentum clearly on the white shirt side of the ball. The blue pants clad Davenport Central Blue Devils have come to life here in the third quarter with 2 TDs. One a defensive touchdown, the first one set up on a long kickoff return.
And that would be Lee Russell, I believe. Yep. I'll tell you, Russell's got a pretty good carry average tonight, I'd say, Jimmy. Another 7 yards or 6 or 7 yards there. And lots of carries.
Russell Rhymes with hustle appropriately based on his play here tonight. It'll be second and just under 5 yards to go for a first down. That's Lee Russell behind quarterback Kevin Collins, who had a great first half but struggling in the second half. Russell with a burst. Let's see if he gets the first down. I think he's going to be a little short, but we'll see.
Josh Vance on the tackle.
Looks like they're going to bring out the chains, or no?
Yeah, I think we're going to have a little measurement here, and I don't think they got it. What do you think?
I don't either. I think they're about 6-7 inches short.
Of course, the chalk lines are about a foot wide, so very, very short.
That guy's off by 3 inches.
Yeah. Third and about 3 inches, I think.
1:55 to go here in the third quarter. Jim Meenan here along with Cy Robinson, the former coach of Davenport North and a few other parts in the Quad Cities. Now he's retired to the booth. He's got that Robinson Cruiser. First down, I think so, for the Knights on that play. Lee Russell.
And that had to be Lee Russell carrying, I believe. Yep, you're right. That's a hard-earned yard there.
You got that right. So Assumption crosses the midfield stripe barely for a first down. Assumption would love to have make a long, time-consuming drive out of this. Maybe too much
that's
time.
Got to be on. Yeah, that's got to be on. Boy, offside. Blue Devils. I sure didn't see that from up here.
Would that be a case where he's lined up offside?
Yeah, I believe so.
They don't have to wait till they snap the ball?
Yeah, well, they cannot go into the neutral zone. That's the imaginary plane across the field where the ball is from tip to tip. You cannot be in there before it's snapped. And if you get into that, even with your face mask or whatever, it's offsides.
Thank you, Coach, for a tremendous explanation that I think a lot of fans don't realize that neutral zone is. And maybe this announcer anyway.
Well,
on that first down carry, about 2 yards.
Lee Russell again, and tackled by number 77, Saul McMeekin. McMeekin having a pretty good night at defensive tackle. Eric Hike, the other bookend over there at the far side defensive tackle. Josh Vance at the nose, number 70. Fleener, number 60, this defensive end. Scott Greenwood, the other defensive end out there.
And in motion for the Knights. They give straight ahead. No, the quarterback. Collins rolls out and keeps it. He might have got the first down. Boy. He's hit pretty hard on that play.
He was. John Lee on the hit. Got a little help from Marvin Mallory and Michael Cribbs, but John Lee was the first hit there. He was the one that made the noise.
Official signals first down. I thought it was by a good foot. So Assumption picks up another first down. They're inside
Collins,
the 40 at the 39.
Excuse me, I started to say Collins running the option there and decided rather to pitch the ball just to get the first down on his own. That was a good decision, I think, on his part. Ball control here. We're seeing Assumption with the ball control.
And in motion, Bitterman. They give over to Russell running hard, and he's going to get about 7. Gang tackled by Central, but they still didn't get him down.
Yeah. Pretty close to about 10 white shirts there, but none of them went down to the ground.
Going to spot it at the 33-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 6.
There's a Lee timeout. Oh, it's a quarter time, isn't it? All right.
We're at the end of 3.
Yep.
Assumption shut out in that quarter, but Central puts 14 on the board. Assumption still leads 21-14.
Since being very young, you faced the unexpected, never concerned, knowing your security came from those who loved you most. Soon you took on more risks and started making decisions on your own. Now you're being counted on to help build a secure future, to protect you and your family from the unexpected. Depend on your hometown professional, your independent Pekin insurance agent.
Pekin Insurance.
For a quick quote on auto, home, and life, call your Pekin agent at Independent Insurance.
Satellite TV would like you to think they do a good imitation of Cox Cable.
Cable.
They say they have more quality programming,
Quality.
more choice,
Choice.
and a crystal clear picture.
Clear.
But can satellite TV say it has local customer service? Free monthly basic programming on extra TV hookups, or all your local channels. After they've flown the coop, Cox Cable's still here, with more value. Not just more.
Fourth quarter about to get underway here. Davenport Central trying to get its first win of the season. Assumption trying to get over 500. Pat Bush on the carry, and he might have got half a yard.
Scott Greenwood again from his defensive end position, and Dyson Michael helping out. I'll tell you, I started to say before we took our break there at the end of the quarter, Jim, that Coach Kaz has stormed out the field talking to his offense. He's not happy right now with them. Doesn't seem to think they're moving the ball as well as they should be. We'll see if that fired them up a little bit.
3rd down and 4 from the Davenport Central 32-yard line. Collins on the quarterback option and ran out of the option in a hurry. Had to hold on to it. Gets to about the 30, short of the first down.
Tell you, Central's doing a good job defensing the option right now. They got somebody on the quarterback, on the motion man, and that's what you got to do, is assign somebody to each of those people.
Amazing what a touchdown or two can do for confidence and intensity. Central's really picked it up with each score here in the second half. We're in the fourth quarter. Assumption, who led 21-0 at half, now leading, trying to add to that 21-14 lead. Running off tackle, a nice run there for a first down.
That's who I'd give it to in that situation, Lee Russell. Nice gain, just off tackle play, puts his head down and gains the necessary yardage.
So it'll be first down for Assumption at the Blue Devil 25-yard line. But this has been a workmanlike drive for the Knights. They just want to finish it off the final 25 yards and get that lead into a little bit more of a comfort zone again for them. Collins going to give straight ahead to Lee Russell, and he's got some good running room down to about the 16.
Yep.
Just short of a first down, I believe.
Great run by Lee Russell. Jeremy Mao got in his way there about 4 yards up from where the tackle was made, and Russell just put his shoulder down and went through him and about 2 other people to gain 4 more yards.
Russell looks like the hard-nosed kind of kid that a coach just loves to coach.
Yeah, he's a dandy.
You can tell he wants the ball, too, in the pressure situations. This time the pitch is to Bitterman. And he's running
Pullman again.
Pullman, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pullman running out of room there in a hurry, and that's all hit for a loss. Marvin Mallory in on the tackle for a loss there.
Well, Greenwood, I believe, over there again on the tackle.
Marvin Mallory.
And that's the first time we've seen Pullman this half. He was
that's right,
shaken up a little bit there in the second quarter, but he's back out there playing now again.
I called Bitterman's name out. Now they've sent him in to make me look relatively okay. Anyway, Lee Russell lined up behind his quarterback. Collins rolling right, looking, lofts a pass in the air, man in the end zone, intercepted by Marvin Mallory, and falls in the end zone to be Central ball.
Touchback, yep.
Very athletic play by Mallory as the Knight, Davenport Assumption Knight, number 4.
Yep, Greg Blau.
Fell going for the ball. But no interference there. It looked like he slipped as he was starting to go up for the ball. Mallory leaped high and snared it.
Yeah, Mallory just a jump ball there, and he came down with it. Nice defensive play by Marvin Mallory there on the pick.
I tell you, Coach, about every game I've done with you has been a close one this year, and this one's looking like it's going to go to the wire. We saw one overtime game, another one that went to the wire, and now this one, 21-14, Assumption leading, but in jeopardy. As Central gives it to Dyson Migo on that first play from scrimmage.
Well, another little setup play here, I believe. Mathis coming out of there, Bush coming out of there.
Number 22,
Brian Mitchell on the carry, I should say.
Yep.
61, Ryan
Arguello coming out of there on the tackle, and Todd Cameron, number 74, playing a lot of ball for the Knights tonight.
2nd and 9 from the 21. Michael Cribbs out wide to the right. Wide to the left, Nick Math. Man in motion. They're going to pitch it to him. It's got to be Lee.
No, nice block. Nice block out there.
Breaks one tackle. Shoestring tackle by the Knights, but it's a first down for Central.
I tell you, Tony Holland was there, and Marvin Mallory came out and just laid a nice block on Holland, and that enabled John Lee to come around the corner. And Lee has been quite a workhorse for the Blue Devils tonight. Picks up another almost 15 yards there, I believe.
That's been a very balanced MAC conference this year. And here we see an 0-5 team, Davenport Central, forcing Assumption, looks like to the wire here. Assumption coming in 2-2. Got the man in motion, Mallory. Gonna pitch it to him.
Oh, more nice blocks out there.
Got a little bit of running room, and then is hit hard after picks up about 4 yards.
Yep. Mallory's running hard. 5'8", 160 seniors came to play, that's for sure. Nice, some more nice blocks out there too, and I didn't get the number of them, but has to be those interior linemen of Central. Jeremy Sutton at or Furlong, or excuse me, Sutton at center, and Greenwood at guard, Blake Farmer at guard.
Assumption with a lot of players going both ways, and they look a little tired out there right now. 7:16 to go in the game. Give to number 22, Mitchell,
I believe, isn't it? Yeah,
Mitchell.
Good job by number 74, Todd Cameron, on a defensive play there.
Central. 7 minutes, make that 6:55 and counting. Central 56 yards away from a possible game-tying touchdown and PAT kick, or maybe even a chance to take the lead if they go for two.
But just looking at the stats, Jim, excuse me, Central last in offensive average and defensive average, but you couldn't tell it by watching them tonight. They played tough.
Played with a lot of heart in the second half. When it looked like they might get blown out, they've come back. Lee forced to dance in the backfield, got a yard, but it's going to be 4th and 4 for a first down for Central.
Yeah, Blau and Arguello in on the tackle there.
It looks like Central's going to punt.
And John Lee looks to me, he looks tired right now. He probably drove the bus over here too, I imagine. He doesn't do the punting now.
Looks like he worked on the bus.
Oh, yeah. He put in a new transmission or something.
Center snap and a nice kick with some pretty good hang time. Assumption signals for a fair catch.
Yep.
Grant Pullman, I think, on that one, yeah. Yes, Grant Pullman signaling for the fair catch. So Assumption, good move there, will take over at its own 29-yard line. 5:47 to go in the game. Reminding you this game brought to you by the Independence Insurance Services Incorporated, 1519 East Locust Street in Davenport. The number to call, 383-5559.
All right, Aaron Burnett in the game at right guard for Assumption.
Turn around and they give it to Lee Russell, and he burst off the left tackle for about 5. A workhorse Lee Russell has turned into the last 3 quarters.
I'm sure Kaz says we need 5 yards to give the ball to Russell, and they get 6.
Pat Bush checks in with a play. Checking out Joe Bitterman. Furlong leads the Knights out. Collins, the quarterback, he's gone in the distance tonight. He's got Russell behind him. Going to give it to Russell. They almost collided, and Russell's got some running room and a first down. Yes, a first down for Assumption to about the 43. Boy, that's what they want. 4 more downs to work that clock.
Russell may take the ball right down the field. 43, number 43, Kevin Peterson made a tackle for the Blue Devils there. That was 43 tackling 43.
Lee Russell. He's had a great second half for Assumption. Collins rolling right.
The option again.
Trying to, ran into a wall of Central defenders about 4 deep, and he, I think, fell short of getting it back to the line of scrimmage.
Howard 82, John Holland 78. Michael Cribbs, a corner number 2, 84. Jeremy Mao all over there to put the stop that option play coming at us.
However, Collins did one thing definitely correct on the play, stayed in bounds, so the clock continues ticking forward, 28 to go.
Play.
Assumption trying to run out that clock as much as anything, get another first down here, and they'll really have a better shot at doing it. Number
Jeremy
84.
Mao, number 84, is going to limp out.
This looks like he's using that illegal red sock.
Yeah.
Got a red and blue sock on. And
red and blue. Nick Hyde in to replace Mao.
Knee or ankle.
Over here on the near side at the free safety spot. Michael Cribbs, the short side corner. Mallory, the far side corner.
Gives to Russell, breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and falls forward. See where the rule his knee went down. Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 4 to the 46.
Well, Russell has the Blue Devils number right now. He's picking up 3 to 5 every carry.
Well, this is the time when the coach has decided we go with one more pass play or one more play we really think will definitely get the first down, or we just go to Lee Russell and see what can happen there. 50-50 chance of him getting a first down. Russell behind quarterback Kevin Collins, and they're going to give it to Russell. And he's got the runner burst into the clear. He's going to go all the way here. Yep, 20, 15, 10. Boy, a burst of speed and a touchdown. The game appears to be put away by Lee Russell.
Yep.
A 54-yard scamper. Pretty good hole opened up there by the Assumption line.
It was. It was a nice trap play. Left guard for Assumption coming over, and I think it's probably number 56, Rob Reed, or 55, Paul Scheibelhut, coming across in a nice trap play. And big hole over there. And
Lee's used to running into people, but not too many people touched him that time.
I so wonder he didn't stop at about 5 days. Hey, wait a minute.
It was the play blown dead.
Yep. That young man deserves that TD. He's been a workhorse all night long for him.
I would guess he's got probably around the neighborhood of 130, 140 yards after that 54-yard carry.
Well, there's your insurance TD, Jim, for Assumption. Making a score 28-14 with 3:32 to go in the fourth quarter. And I think Coach Kazmarek and crew will feel a little bit better now.
Well, he's got to be pleased, too, because they were challenged in this game and were able to answer. And they were in the midst of a decent drive in terms of utilizing the clock there. And boom, key play, 3rd and 6. And Russell solved everything by going the distance, 54 yards.
Well, you can never be happy at all with a loss, because it's in our league it just doesn't do you any good. But Skip Eckhart's got to be happy with the way that the Central Blue Devils have played tonight. Overall, I believe they've fought with a lot of heart.
I don't know how many juniors he's got on that team. Looks like about half of them are juniors. And Chris, we mentioned they had the freshman running back in earlier. There's some potential on that team, and it's never easy that first year, no matter how great the coach ends up. There's some coaches that can come in and turn it around, but seldom in today's world.
Yeah, it's and I think the better the football league, maybe the harder it is to do.
Yes, especially simply because people have established programs. Things are in sync. 28-14, Assumption leading now. Their first score of the second half on that brilliant run by Lee Russell. 54 yards.
That's going to be a first down up on the 35. Ball was kicked out of bounds. I believe they have the option to re-kick if they want. Let's see here.
I've seen
see you guys. Burlington coaches filming the game. Burlington will be playing Central next week, I believe. Can't find my schedule now, so I won't talk much more about that. Yeah, Burlington will be playing Assumption next week, and Central will be playing Clinton, I believe. So they're going to kick it over with a 5-yard penalty, aren't they, Jim? And Central must want to try to get a run back here.
Yeah. I didn't even realize they had the option. I've seen this play so many times this weekend where everybody took it at the 35. I thought they just had to.
Whoops, nope, it could have been out of bounds again, but
picked up and slipping down number 4 for
Aaron
Central.
Shanks. Yep. Aaron Shanks tried to field the ball over there, and quite possibly if he'd have let it go, it would have been out of bounds again, with kind of sliced it over there a little bit.
Shanks, of course, a regular in your foursome.
Fielding the slice. Little golf terminology. And I know all those bad terms well.
Don't we all?
You probably discovered that.
Now we all know those. But the only guy I think who may not know him, and even he had a little trouble at the Quad City Classic, Tiger Woods, who I'm amazed at what he's done already on the Pro Tour. I don't know what he did today, but he was in good shape in that tournament after 2 rounds.
Truly amazing player.
Really. Oh, that pitch down the turf was Lee unable to come up with it. I think it's going to roll out of bounds. Let's see.
Nope, it did roll out of bounds, so Central retained possession there, but that was pretty close.
A wild pitch, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it was. It was high and outside for sure. Pitch from Straley to John Lee. Lee couldn't find the handle on it, went out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, so it's going to be a second down and about another 30 maybe again for Central.
I tell you, it's my second high school game of the day, and that's about the 4th what I call wild pitch in the 4 this week, and I don't think I'd hardly seen any, maybe 1 or 2. But that ball's been flying high today on the pitches. Now, that's one thing I never understood. Everybody say, a lot of the people who hate passing in high school say, too bad, the old Woody Hayes saying that 3 things can happen when you pass and 2 of them are bad. But the pitching, to me, is such a timing thing. I would think that'd be as difficult to teach as the passing game, but most coaches seem to prefer that anyway, the option attack.
Yeah, the option play, coaches have different philosophies on that. Some of them like to throw the spiral, underhanded spiral, and some of them like to throw kind of like a basketball shot out there, which enables the ball to go end over end. But at either rate, when the ball is pitched, you want it to get to the running back while he's in a full sprint, and so he doesn't have to slow down for the ball. And that time the ball was pitched behind Lee, and he kind of had to stop and reach back, and like we said, it was high and outside. So we got a timeout here by
Central, I would think. I'm not sure.
I didn't see who, but
Central got some water or oxygen out. I mean, Assumption did out of the timeout anyway. And it'll be second down from the 7-yard line from its own 7 for Central. Joe Straley leads them out, and they have to get all the way out to the 35. So that's 28 yards to go for first down. Straley hands off to Lee, and he gets out to about the 12, maybe the 11.
Brought down by Pullman. Number 34, Pat Bush also there.
Nice crowd on hand tonight.
Senior night here at Assumption.
Probably most of them have taken in 1 game or so on TV today.
Being the surfer that I am, I took in several of them, Jim.
I bet you did. Straley barking the signals, back to pass, in trouble, throws it, and almost intercepted, making a nice effort for it for Assumption, number 4, Greg Blau, but actually 83 also making a good effort
Math
for it.
made a great effort to catch the ball, as did Blau defending it. So, and I'll tell you what, Straley had some hot pursuit on him there.
He sure did, as he was fearing for his life and his safety. 2:29 to go in the game. Assumption leading 28-14. They jumped out and controlled that first half, leading 21-0. But Central stormed back, got a touchdown on the first series in the second half after a long kickoff return by John Lee. Then marched in from 18 yards out. Followed that up with a pitch that went to the end zone and was recovered by Davenport Central for another score. But then Assumption answered the bell, a 54-yard scamper by Lee Russell to likely put it away here, 28-14 Assumption. 2:29 to go. Remind you, this game brought to you by the Independent Insurance Services Incorporated, located on 1519 East Locust Street in Davenport. The number to call, 383-5559.
Okay, Jim, Coach Eckert coming off the field. We'll see what he's got up the sleeve down there. It's 4th and 1,000, so
4th and 1,000.
The problem here is you go for the bomb or whatever and you don't make it, chances are Assumption's going to score again. So whatever you want to happen. Coach Wade King, defensive coordinator for Assumption, coming off now. He's got his goalies pretty deep here.
Joe Bitterman playing a safety side.
Lot of pressure.
Blitzing, ball thrown up, intercepted, and return inside of the 8 by
Tony
number 15, Tony Holland. He read that play nicely, and great setup by a good blitz by Assumption.
Yeah, third, well, yeah, there again, you got the long pass situation. Most of the time you can expect the blitz to come, and it did, and it didn't get picked up very well, forcing Straley to throw the ball much sooner than he wanted to, and Tony Holland from his corner position, I believe, comes up and picks it off, and is 1st and goal.
Tim Mathis, Pat Bush, and Nick Geary providing the pressure on the quarterback Straley, forcing him into that throw. Holland with the interception. So 1st and goal, give to Lee Russell. He may get another score here as he gets down to the 5. 2:15 to go. Assumption actually has plenty of time to add some points to that victory total.
Yep, about down to the 2-minute warning here. Our clock won't stop at 2, though. It'll keep going.
Gary checks in with the play, number 34. He's been in the backfield just a little bit tonight. Playing a lot.
I would
guess,
for the excuse me, Jim, I would guess Lee Russell's numbers will move up in our MAC rushing stats tonight considerably.
Yeah, I think so. Number 1 running in, touchdown Assumption. Tim Mathis went in pretty much untouched from about 5 yards out. So Assumption pads its lead, now leading by 20, 34-14, with Chris Willis on to try the PAT kick.
Again, we talked about having the 4th and a real long situation down there. To me, I think you punt the ball in a situation and you try to have your defense force a mistake up at midfield. That's 6-1, but that's the problem there when you go for it so far inside your own territory. You're going to give the other team an opportunity to score right away again.
Of course, Tony Holland's interception set up that short drive of about 8 yards for Assumption. Chris Willis, that kick, let's see. From the 3 to go. Basically, that's, of course, a 20-yard field goal. I'm just trying to figure out how far that ball went. I think he could have kicked it from 45 yards out.
Yeah, he's a very strong leg.
Of course, that was just a PAT kick, but I was just impressed. See, he just about cleared it out of over the fence here at Brady Street Stadium. Fell a little short of that, but he's got a powerful leg. Willis, a senior. Yeah, I don't know if he's got any scholarship offers, but he might be able to walk on somewhere and get some attention.
5 straight extra points tonight by Willis.
Saw a kid for United Township today, Terrence Clark, kick 9 straight. He also has a good leg. Top of that, he can run with the other leg. That's the way you can set a scoring record in a conference, be a running back kicker. Shades of Paul Horney.
Yes.
You don't see many people doing that anymore.
There's probably not some people out there that don't know who Paul Horney is. Don't forget that.
And who else but John Lee picks it up in center of central return there at the 10 and gets out to Ryan 28.
Ryan Arguello, I believe, on the tackle, coming down hard on that kickoff team. A lot of new, a lot of clean shirts in the game here now for Assumption. We got a minute and a half to set some names here, I guess.
I formation for Central, and they have a new quarterback in, number 9, give up the middle and twisting and turning for an 8-yard gain.
Jeff Schaefer's a quarterback in for Central. It's number 65 for Assumption, Aaron Burnett. Coming in, 38, Scott Canada. 88, Aaron Smith, another junior. Oops. And we're going to have a
Lucius Hill in there for Davenport Central, the fullback position, and behind him I want to get a few of these names in there for Central as well. Another fresh face in there. I can't quite see his number at the angle I'm at, and still can't.
Number 9, Bern O'Brien back at safety position for Assumption. 12, Brian Pryor, another junior.
102 and counting. I'm sorry, go ahead, Coach.
No, go ahead, just citing some numbers here. Lucas Hill there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was to Hill. His backfield mate is Antonio Boyd, I think, number 25, also in there. But Hill with the carry. Quarterbacking right now, as we said, Jeff Schaefer for Davenport Central. Give the coach, Skip Eckhart, credit, getting some fresh faces in there. Builds morale, and these kids work hard all week too. Trying to pass it, and getting sacked is Jeff Schaefer.
It looked like Arguello again, I bet. No, it wasn't. Number 74 for Assumption, Todd Cameron, I believe, on the smother. We'll call it a smother instead of a tackle.
Antonio Boyd picks up Schaefer hurriedly, wants to get off one more play, 14 seconds and counting. Let's see if Central's going to try to get off this play. They better hurry. 10 seconds, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and they do get the play off. Going to give it to Antonio Boyd. Did
Lucas Hill again.
Lucas Hill?
I'm not sure who it was, Jim, but it doesn't make any difference at this point, does it?
The game is over. Assumption wins 35-14. They got a quite a scare there in the second half. Saw a 21-0 lead evaporate to 21-14, but answered the bell. Big play in the second half, the 54-yard run by Lee Russell for a touchdown increase that lead back up to 28-14. Assumption added another score late in the fourth after an interception by Tony Howland and a short TD run by
was it Collins on the last one?
I don't think so. I'm trying to.
Anyway,
we're sorry about that. Replay your tape and we'll give it to you. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I can't help you on that one. Mike Pullman, is that right now?
Might have been Pullman. Anyway, the final score here, Assumption goes to 3-2 with a 35-14 victory over Davenport Central. Central falling to 0-6 for the season and 0-5. We'll make that 0-. That's right.
Yeah,
0-6 in the conference as well. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Every game is a conference game in the MAC. Well, I'd like to thank our sponsors, including the Independent Insurance Services Incorporated, 1519 East Locust in Davenport, 383-5559 for all your insurance needs. For Coach Cy Robinson, this is Jim Meenan saying thanks for listening. Congrats to the Assumption Knights, 35-14 winners over Davenport Central.